Hello, my name is Quintus and I am publishing a new fly every month on my website www.meckejang.lu. You see it there.
The fly of the month of September is an upside-down CDC wing blue wing olive, which brought me a bronze medal on the European Fly Fishing Association International Fly Tying Championships in 2012. To tie this fly we will use a Tiemco 100 or Camazan B400 in size 10 up to 16, a black fine tying thread. For the tail we will use grizzly olive cock feather tips. The wing will be made with a CDC feather in light blue. For the body we will use hair of a moose mane, a black one and an olive one, and the hackle will be made with a grizzly olive cock feather. Tie in the thread at the eye of the hook and wind it in close turns to the beginning of the curvature of the hook. Cut off the excess of the thread and tie in at this place a bunch of grizzly olive cock feather tips to form the tail of the fly. Cut off the excess of the feather tips and wind the thread forward in direction of the eye of the hook. Here we will tie in an olive and a black moose mane hair and secure it backwards until we arrive at the curvature of the hook. Wind the thread in direction of the eye of the hook to the place where we will tie in the wing of the fly. Rotate your vise by 180 degrees and prepare a CDC feather in the way I show it here. Pull back the feather tips in direction of the thicker part of the keel. Then we will tie in these feather tips beneath the hook shank. Cut off the excess of the feather To create the wing, we will tear off the first three feather tip along the stem to the shank of the hook, and we will do that on both sides of the keel of the feather. Now that the wings are ready, we can cut out the keel of the feather and cut off the two feather tips we used to create the wing. Our wings are finished. Using our tying thread, we will wind a tapered underbody for our fly. Just going back and forth. Now that the underbody is finished, we can wind the rear part of our body with the two moose hair. Be very careful, they will break very easily. We will wind them in parallel to the front, that means to the beginning of the wings. At the wings we will tie off the two moose hair. And cut off the excess of the moose hair. Then we will cut off the lower part of our grizzly feather, remove the feather tips from the stem at the thicker part of the keel, and tie in the keel on top of the hook shank in between the wings. Pull back the wings and secure the stem in front of the wings at the eye of the hook. This makes also the wings standing up a little bit. Then we will wind the hackle of the fly, winding 3 to 4 turns behind the wings and an additional 3 to 4 turns in front of the wings. Tie off the feather . And cut off or tear off the excess of the feather. Well, it's better to cut it off. Now we will wind the head of the fly . Whip finish . And cut off the thread. Then we will cut off all the feather tips above the hook shank. Bring the wings into their correct position. And then we will add a drop of black hat cement on the head.
You can download the detailed tying instructions for this fly and for all the previous ones on my website www.meckejang.lu. Leave a message in the guest book with your email address and I will send you a mail every time a new fly is published. See you in tight lines.